3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, Phil from 3DP UK Tech Channel, and today's video is going to be on the Iwecolor 10-watt laser. This laser was kindly sent to me by the Iwecolor team, who I met earlier on this year. Amazing people, built up some great relationships with them. We met up with the real Sam Prentice as well, and we discussed like the modern current situation with 3D printing and the technologies that are available. I've also used a lot of their filaments, and they have some amazing filaments, dual colors and stuff like that. So going back to the laser, this is the 10-watt version. I know they have a 5-watt and a 20-watt, so it'd be interesting to see how this is put together and how it performs. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do a quick build, and then we'll do some cuts and maybe some different designs with it, and we'll just have a look to see how it performs, and what kind of programs we can use for it. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The packaging obviously didn't come like this, it came in another box, and then this is the packaging within. So like I say, we'll do a quick unboxing, see what we've got, and then we'll do the build itself. But before we go on to the video, here's a quick word from our today's sponsor, PCBWay.com. PCBWay are a PC board manufacturer, but not only PCBs, they do PCB prototyping, PCB assembly, FPC and rigid flex, advanced PCBs, and even CNC and 3D printing. The site's very easy to use. It also has bioprotection, worldwide delivery, and all sorts of other great additions. As you can see, they have competitions and all sorts of different projects that you can carry out. So check out PCBWay.com, which is today's video sponsor, PCBWay.com. So that was a quick unboxing of the Iwecolor 10-watt laser. As it was just sort of fast track through, I didn't really explain. So they've sent me a US plug socket, so I'm going to need to get an attachment for this. So it would have been ideal if it was for my country, but that's just unfortunate. I do have adapters, so it shouldn't affect our testing of this. I'm just going to go through the build now. It should be really relatively simple. The instructions, there's only 4 steps by the looks of it, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get done. So we'll go on to that step now. But overall, a little bit fiddly with the build. Definitely follow these instructions. I started adding in these beams the wrong way round. So what you want to do is on this front part, you want to make sure the fixed parts that are already the belt's already connected, you want to put that on first onto this main front pane, and then feeding the belt through these pulley systems a little bit awkward. So you want to go underneath the first wheel and up and over the pulley system, and then back under the second wheel and then up, and then you want to feed it through and then put one of these belt tighteners on, and that holds the belt in place. You will, once you've connected up the other part of the frame, you will need to pull on those belts to make sure they're tight and you've got plenty of tension on that, otherwise it will slip. And then what you can do is, once it's connected, just make sure that it's functioning as intended. Just move these about, remembering that it does put current. Once you connected up the electrical connections, it does add current to the board, so just be careful when moving that about. So it's probably best to test out the X and Y on this before you connect up all the wires. Now the wires are really simple. It's this closest connection is for this motor here, and then the other two connections here. Now I have noticed on this particular 10 watt model, if you remove this rubber cap, there's actually a little nozzle there, and I believe that's to add air assist. So we'll have a look at that. That'll be interesting. I don't have anything that can do that at the moment. So on the board itself, you have the Ethernet connection here and the power connection there. Like I said, they have sent me the US plug socket, which isn't any good to me, but I do have a US adapter. You've got the on-off switch. You have the belt tensioners here. Like I said, you have the air assist and the main cable. So looking underneath, it does look like there's a nozzle there. Ordinarily, probably not a good idea to look into the laser if it was connected. Yeah, so overall, not the easiest of builds, I must admit, for something so simple. It's more that these belts are really fiddly to do. So what I'm going to do now is, the other thing I wanted to mention, now this didn't come with the unit itself, it's something that I purchased. Now anyone who's done any laser cutting and stuff like that, you really want to make sure you've got like a honeycomb bed. I'll leave a link in the description. This is a 400 by 400 and this fits perfectly underneath, like so. And what that does is makes the airflow for the cut much better. As you can see now, this fits perfectly under. I could probably have gone to a 500 by 500, but the cutting area is 410 by 410, I believe, or 420. So the 400 is perfect for that. I don't think I'll be doing any cuts above that. So yeah, what we'll do now is we'll connect it up to the system, and maybe we'll run a couple of little test cuts and test engraves and to see how that goes. So that's the Iwecolor 10 watt laser. Like I say, there is a connection for air assist, I believe. That's something new to me. It didn't come with any air assist capabilities, but you can use just a generalized air pump for a fish tank. That's what I used with my previous laser cutter, the Ohmtech K40 laser, which I no longer have. So I do like the fact that this is portable, so I can move it to anywhere I want. The Ohmtech K40 laser was a really big unit. The only thing I would say is that it's not enclosed, so wearing these goggles is really key now. But overall, loving the fact that they gave me plenty of things to work on just to do some tests. And then you have the aluminium test cards. There's quite a few of those, and then some acrylic cards. Also in the spares box, there's some plywood and some more acrylic cards, so I'll be testing with them. In here, just some duster capabilities to clean, I guess, any residue off the laser head. The other thing to mention is this is really important. This little block here actually it gives me the opportunity to actually work out where the laser head is going. So what you do is on the side there's like a latch, so just be careful. Undo the latch gently and then lower it down, and you want the bottom of the laser just to tap on it, so just leave it in place. You probably want to put it to the right hand side or the left hand side on the thing, and then just tighten it up and then move away that like so, and now that should be aligned for the laser to be able to cut perfectly. So this is a really important tool. This is your measurement tool. It would have been nice if something on the side just sort of flipped down. I've seen that on some of the other models of other laser cutters. So something that's always there just drops down, and that's your working out your laser level. But this is really important, so don't discard that. You'll find it in the spares box. So overall, that's the Iwecolor 10-watt laser. So like I say, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, 3DP UK. I'm going to be doing some cuts and engraves with this just to see how it performs. I'll leave a link in the description where you can purchase this from. Iwecolor, the brand, is amazing for filaments and stuff like that, so just check out the website. Like I say, thank you again to PCBWay for sponsoring this video, and the rest of the video will be just me showing you the engraves and the cuts that I've done. I won't be going any details into how to use Lightburn or GBRL, or gerbil as people like to call it. I think there's a lot of videos out there, and I don't have a lot of experience to be able to explain how to use it. I'll also leave a link in the description for Iwecolor's description on how to set this up, linking it to GBRL or Lightburn, so that would make it easier. Once again, that's the Iwecolor 10-watt laser, and let's head over to look at some of the prints and cuts I've done. So thank you for watching. Okay, so now I've set it up with the laser GBRL and Lightburn. With a little bit of head scratching in some YouTube channels, I've managed to work out how to do the settings like Iwecolor have suggested. So these are the settings that I've set up on Lightburn, so it's quite easy really. You go into the Lightburn program, you go up to laser tools and then material test generator, and then you come up with this information here. More than happy for you to copy this information down, which is a little bit better than what I could see from the Iwecolor. It was a bit too quick. And then what you do once you've got all these settings, also go down to edit text and make sure to change some of these so that the text is a little bit clearer. And then you can click preview, and this is kind of what you're looking for. So I'm actually laser engraving onto some plywood. I want to see what the best sort of power and speed is for etching and engraving. The cutting I'll probably do in a separate video, but as you can see, what you want to do is set it up on laser gerbil. Once you've done that, close that down, add Lightburn on, and then connect it up like you would through the laser GBRL. Make sure it's all connected via USB, and then, like I say, do some material testing. It's a case of, if you know what you're doing with laser etching and engraving, you're probably okay with Lightburn as well. Me myself haven't got a lot of experience with laser cutting, so this was all a bit of a learning curve. As you can see, if I close this screen down, We're currently engraving, and if I go back over to the laser engraver, you can see I've sort of had a couple of issues where I haven't done it properly, and right now we seem to be doing okay. So I've done the power from 10% up to 50, and then the engraving speeds from I think it's 3,000 up to 21,000. So overall, initial bit of head scratching. The actual quality of this laser engraver is really great. I've also noticed under this rubber seal, you can actually connect up some air assist. I purchased this particular air assist, which is just a normal fish tank air assist. It's not that great, so I'm going to be sending that back and get something a bit better. I also purchased this honeycomb bed from Amazon. It's a 400 by 400, and you can see it fits perfectly. The actual size of this is 420 by 410, but on the laser program I just put 400 by 400 because it really doesn't matter. You tend not to do a project that big. The actual quality of the lasers, I love the fact that you can adjust it from the side, and as I mentioned in the video, do not dispose of this. This is your measuring tool. You put it underneath and you lower the head down, and that's your settings. Probably didn't get all of the information that I was given because the fans on this are quite noisy, but hopefully you would have picked up some of that. But we'll do some more testing, and I'll show you some cuts. Now I managed to cut this particular square, as you can see, and done some logo, which obviously didn't quite come out right. Yeah, so overall it's looking great. Like I say, this is going to give me an indication of what sort of power to do and what sort of speeds to get the best quality engraved. But yeah, looking good so far. Okay, so I've done some modifications to like the settings and stuff. So you would have noticed early on in the video I was having a few issues with like the actual settings for the speed and the intensity of the fire. Now I've just done a very simple keyring, so obviously 3DP UK, and then line text around. So anyone who's used Lightburn would know how to do that. So you need the two colours to differentiate what you're wanting to do. So the dark black for me will be, it's going to be fill, and I've done the speed at 5,100 and at 60% intensity. And that's a fill, so it's going to fill that in completely rather than the outline. And then the blue I've done as a line, so that's going to be a cut, and that's at 100% power, and the speed's at 250. Now I'm hoping that that itself should make the cut and pass. So I've only done it as one pass at the moment, so we're going to give that a go now. So what we want to do is quickly press frame, and what that will do is it'll tell me where it is on the platform, which we're in a good position, and then we're going to go over to click start, and then hopefully that should start straight away. So right now it's etching the 3DP UK sign, and like I say, the speed for this is 5,100. And that's making quite a nice engrave, quite a deep colour to it, so it's almost perfect for the actual intensity. And you can adjust it. It's worth doing a couple of sort of checks on that and see what you're happy with, as you can see. So in a minute, or in a second, it's going to go over to the cut. Now this will slow down and the intensity will go up to 100%, and that's the power rating for it. And it should do that now. And you'll notice it'll turn over into that, and as you can see, it's now slowed right down, and it's now doing the single line pass for a cut. Now, like I say, you can sort of check what you're happy with, and what you don't want to do is do a cut and it doesn't quite come out. It seems to be doing okay. No sort of smoke or burns, which is good. It does, like I say, it has air assist on this, so you can do that. The pump I have bought is not appropriate for the task, so I need to actually buy a new one for that. As you can see, one single pass on that, which was 100% power, and 250 on that. As you can see, it cut it perfectly. No scorch marks on that. Let's just pop this little circle out. It's just literally took me seconds to create this. As you can see, that's come out perfectly. The engraving has got a nice little dent into that, so that's quite clear. You could probably try all different settings on that if you want it slightly deeper, so the actual impression of it looks better. And as you can see, this was without air assist, and that's cut out really, really well. I'm going to keep doing some different checks, maybe some more unique sort of cuts and that. So this was a very simple cut and burn, but seems to be doing the job so far, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Like I say, a few initial setup issues, but this is like anything really. You're kind of getting used to what it is that you're working with. But yeah, that works pretty well, I think. Okay, so once again, another little project I've done with the Iwecolor 10 watt laser. Like I say, novice with light burn. I've done a very simple key tag. It's a VW sign with the name Harry. So I'm doing the etching at 4500 at 60%, and then the cut will be at 450 by 100%, and that's the image. So you just click on preview and that's what you're going to get, and that's what I'm getting at the moment. As you can see, it's coming out really, really clear. Really impressed with this laser. Like I say, some initial issues with setup, but nothing too problematic that can't be solved within sort of a few hours, just using YouTube and the information that was supplied with the laser engraver. I've had an OhmTech laser, so this is different for me, a different setup, so a little bit of a learning curve, but as you can see, it's working as intended, and I really like the setup, the fact that it's portable as well. It's a 400 by 400. Using the honeycomb bed definitely gives it a better cut. Like I say, at the top you can see the little rubber nozzle part. That's for the air assist. It's something that I'm definitely going to invest in. As you can see with these two cuts here, no scarring at all, and cut on a one pass. That's a 3mm birch plywood. I'm going to stop it now, and then we'll come back when it's cutting and we'll take a look at what it looks like, and then I think we'll wrap it up. I'm going to put it under some more intense projects over the next few weeks. But in terms of the video, the unboxing and the build, really simple. A few teething issues with the setup initially, but like I say, persevere with it, it does work. And as you can see, it's coming out absolutely perfect. This is the Iwecolor 10 watt laser, and I've been 3DP UK Tech channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More to come over the next few weeks. But yeah, looking forward to 2024 with the channel. Like I say, if you pop on by, don't forget to chuck me a like on this, and if you want to ask any questions, I am in direct contact with Iwecolor the brand, and they're always happy to chat with me, and hopefully get you some answers if you've got any struggles with this. And also give their filaments, their dual colour filaments and their tricolour filaments a go. They're absolutely amazing, and some of the prints I've had from them are just absolutely stunning. So in a minute this is going to go over to the cut section. As you can see, that's the engrave, and it's coming out perfectly, I think. So what we'll do is we'll just continue till it goes over to the cut, and yeah, we'll call it a day, I think. And mightily impressed with this. Definitely does the job.